Shall we have a quick conversation about which Crosslink text preparer tool is best for your practice? Let's jump right into it, folks. For the last 11 months, we have actually compared and contrasted 82 professional tax software tools, and this effort culminated in the review of hundreds of features, pricing tiers, databases, and customer support models. In today's conversation, I want to share with you some of the results that we were able to garner. And we have actually reviewed their software tools, Crosslink's software tools on 6 quintessential criteria. So you have accuracy, timely updates, value for cost, ease of use, customer support, and availability of forms. I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is today's agenda. So you can see that I'll give you a quick overview about the company, some considerations you have to pay attention to, the cost for value, very important. Is the software affordable, not affordable? And then I will talk to you about the 4 products that Crosslink has: Crosslink 1040, Crosslink Business, Crosslink Innovation, and Crosslink Online. When you think about Crosslink, you want to think about a company that is constantly innovating. Definitely. They are constantly innovating. We love the user friendliness. We love the intuitiveness of their dashboard. They have a wonderful management dashboard. So basically you can see everything in one place. This is really good. We love the fact that they are making sure that their clients are constantly growing. So they do have a system in place where they call the paperless office program. So you have electronic signature pads, you can scan and store, and you have document storage. And they also have Crosslink mobile apps, and you're able to actually access your returns and your clients' returns rather from anywhere. This is really good. We also love a feature that they actually, I think they introduced the feature not long ago. It's called Crosslink Remote Signature, and that your clients can actually through that program, your clients can sign their documents anywhere and anytime via an electronic signature. So they can do it with their home computer, with their smartphone, with the tablets or other mobile devices. So this is really good because here is a company that is constantly innovating and adding value to your practice. Okay. Besides they are also very good based on our analysis when it comes to technical support, when it comes to regulatory guidance also, and their conversion packages are also great. We have actually scored this Crosslink company, this software provider, 9 over 10. The company ranked number 5 in our top 10 best tax preparer software tools. You can go watch the video if you want to. And I also want you to quickly watch this professional tax preparation software evaluation approach. We do have a system in place to review those software tools. Check this out. Okay, let me give you a few considerations. So before you choose Crosslink as your software provider, you want to think about a few things. You want to have a discussion with yourself or with your team members about what kind of size is your practice. Do you have a large practice? Do you have a multi-member practice? Do you have a small practice? Do you have an international practice? Those are considerations you need to think about. Do you want to focus on state or federal? Do you want to do business or personal or both? Okay, think about that. This has to be part of the analytical foundation that your practice needs to have. And what about IRS representation rights? Do you have CPAs, EAs, and JDs in your practice? You also have to think about your goals in terms of revenue growth, client onboarding, branding, marketing is very important. And Crosslink does have a robust set of tools that allow you to get all that done. And we also love the fact that Crosslink is constantly updating their research and information settings. In other words, you can trust this the service to get the latest research. They're not 100% okay. They're about, based on our review though, we have seen that they're like about 90%. There's still room for improvement, but overall, this is a tool that you can rely on when it comes to research and especially regulatory research. I want to talk to you about the 3 S's, what we call 3 S's. After comparing and contrasting 82 professional software tools, we realize that there are 3 S's that are the foundation of each practice's success, really. So you have seasonality, you have stability, and sustainability. You want to make sure that, let me just break it down very quickly. Seasonality means that you're just making money, let's say, from January through April, or sometimes in October, and cyclicality means that, so in seasonality, you have pure seasonality, and then you have cyclicality. In other words, there is a life event, and then there has to be a change in the tax situation, then you make money. Your practice makes money at that moment. You don't want to be a seasonal practice. You don't want to be a stable practice. Stability means that you are well diversified. That's good for the short run, but you make more money. Your practice makes more money by being sustainable. Sustainability is very important. So you're constantly anticipating changes in the industry. That's where you really make the money. And Crosslink gives you the insights, gives you the tools to be able to dig into your client's data, to be able to propose to your clients new services, new offers, so that your bottom line can grow. Let's talk about cost for value. So if you're looking for quote unquote a cheaper software tool, Crosslink is not the cheapest, okay? But cost for value is great. What I'm trying to say here is that the software tool, based on our research, is reasonably priced. When you think about the cost versus the benefits that you're getting for your practice, the cost is reasonable. And we love the fact that Crosslink is one of the most price transparent among all the 82 tools we have examined. And they are number 2 behind Intuit. So Crosslink is very transparent. As a matter of fact, they have a dedicated specific page to the subject on their website. Okay, so this is kind of cool, and they update that page as often as necessary. So kudos to Crosslink for that. One thing I want to say in general here is that when you think about Crosslink or any other service, any other tax software provider, cost should be an important criterion, but not the fundamental criteria. The reason is that there are a lot of things that can happen if you, God forbid, if you choose a cheaper alternative. All right. Now, the whole thing about cheap versus expensive is relative, right? It's all about the value that you can derive from a software tool for your practice. And it also depends on the resources you have available, because at the end of the day, if something happens and God forbid your practice were sued, the cost for the lawsuit and all the ancillary expenses might actually be above the software expense. So it's all about analyzing where your practice is at this moment and where you want to go. You also have to think about the number of users, right? So if you are a single member practice versus an international practice, the cost shouldn't be the same thing. So our suggestion, if you just started, if you are a startup practitioner, let's just say you're just by yourself, you don't want to go for it. I'll talk to you a little one about that, but you don't want to choose certain software tools. And what we love is that Crosslink gives you the flexibility to choose PPR, for example. You don't have to go with unlimited because you don't have an established client base yet, right? So you want to start with PPR so you can monitor your costs. So this is kind of cool. Let's talk about Crosslink 1040. That's the first product I want to talk to you about today. And when you think about Crosslink 1040, this is actually a tool that allows you to process massive amounts of 1040s. Honestly, they have They have actually an automation process in place, and we love the fact that you're able to instantly see the status of tax returns for all your clients. Let's say you have 1,000 clients. It doesn't matter, you have 10,000 clients, you're able to see everything just simultaneously. This is really good. We love what they have a feature called the point and shoot error correction. This is kind of cool because this tool, this feature takes you directly to errors for quick fixes. So you don't waste time, you don't waste 24 hours on a specific return. You can see where the problem lies and fix it automatically. We love the fact that you have multiple input modes, including interview-based and forms-based. All right. We always love the flexibility here. Whenever you have to choose a software, a tax preparer software, whether it is from Crosslink or Drake or Intuit or Thomson Reuters, make sure you have that duality. You have interview-based and forms-based. This is really good. And we love the fact that you have real-time processing with industry-leading banks. This is good if you're trying to offer bank products. Okay. So when we think about Crosslink 1040, I want you to think about customizable reports for the needs of your high volume type tax business. This tool is definitely not for a single member LLC or oligo member LLC. No, you have to be a small, mid-sized, regional, national, or international practice to actually see the value in this product. Okay, you can see on the screen here they do have the pricing, unlimited, and then the PPR. So our score relative to other Crosslink products is 10 over 10. And I just said it, this tool is for small, mid-sized, regional, national, and international practices. Overall, you have to think again, it's all about resources. It's all about cost versus benefits. This is an all-in-one service. If you are lucky enough to have a high volume return practice, then go ahead and get at least consider this practice. The software. You might want to test it. You might want to play around with it to make sure you're comfortable. One thing we love is that it's very intuitive. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Now let's talk about the Crosslink Business. Folks, I'm still talking to you about which Crosslink tax preparer tool is best for your practice. And I want to review now quickly Crosslink Business. Now this is strictly for if you are you want to have a federal business return, state business returns. This is kind of cool. All right. And it's again, your practice can be focused on the business niche, a very lucrative niche, but very competitive niche also. And we love the fact that they have a desktop software application. The management dashboard is really, really good, very intuitive. You can see on the screen your work in progress. This is really good. And the feature that I mentioned earlier in terms of error correction, they have it here as well. It's called point and shoot error correction. And this software has, they don't have the interview based, it's forms based input. What we have learned after doing the research is that if you reach out to a Crosslink representative, they can actually set it up for you. They do have integrations. So you're able to have the interview based form, the process if that's what you want. Okay, and with this tool, you have no hold return transmissions to IRS via the modernized e-file, okay, the government website. You have electronic signature support, and here you have permissions-based administrations. This is kind of cool because they also offer scan and store capabilities. This is kind of cool because if you're dealing with businesses, you really want to have three things. You want to have security, so data security, because especially if the business is publicly traded, you want to have data security. That's number one. You want to have access control. This is what I was just talking to you earlier. Permissions-based administration. Maybe in your practice, the junior folks, the junior practitioners cannot access the data, or you want to have some kind of quote unquote Chinese wall among departments so they can't see what's going on. And Crosslink Business offers that. So, and the third thing that's very important is accuracy. And very important if you're dealing with businesses or individuals for that matter. You don't want your tax returns, your client's tax returns, to be full of mistakes. This is not good for reputation, right? I'm showing you right now on the screen. Here is the pricing for unlimited and standard. And our score relative to other Crosslink products is 9 over 10. And this tool is great for oligo member practices, multi-member, small, mid-size, regional, national, and international practices. I want to talk to you now about Crosslink Innovation, one of our favorite tools as we were researching this player. We love the fact that, and I've said this before, Crosslink is one of the most innovative tax software solutions provider in the country right now, hands down, hands down. And we love the fact that they're constantly adapting their products to the changing landscape, not just economically, but also in terms of regulatory, in terms of the accounting industry itself. For example, they have introduced in the last year a few tools regarding COVID-19 that was really good. But what I want to talk to you about here is that Crosslink Innovation basically proposes a plethora of new tools that you can use to grow your practice. And these tools may not necessarily be focused on tax practice, but those tools, they help your practice grow over time. For example, you have mobile apps, you have electronic signature pad, you have what they call Pay Junction, and they have Scan and Store. Let me talk about the Pay Junction. So Crosslink and Pay Junction are offering a free zero-touch terminal to qualified businesses. So the terminal integrates with your Crosslink portal to simplify payment processes, improve customer experience, and accept all types of payments. So if you think about it here, this is a win-win. This is a win-win-win. It's a win for Crosslink because they are generating extra cash. It's a win for Pay Junction, their partner in this venture, and it's a win for you too because you are also growing your bottom line. Okay, so this is what we like to see when we analyze software providers, tax preparer software providers, because they're able to grow while also helping their clients grow. And if you want to have pricing about this product, you need to contact the company directly. They have not put anything online. And our score relative to other Crosslink products is 9.5 over 10. And who is this for? All practices. I mean, innovation. You don't have to, if you are a single member LLC, single member practice, you can still benefit from this Crosslink innovation. Let me talk to you about Crosslink Online. So when you think about Crosslink Online, I want you to think about a tool, not a tool, a platform, if you will, that anyone can access. Anyone can access. You don't have to be a large practice, or you don't have to have 1,500 practitioners working for you. No. And we love the fact that this tool is actually compatible with traditional tax offices, mobile tax offices, growing tax businesses, multi-office businesses, and nationwide service bureaus. We love the fact that they have included the mobile tax offices because our families and friends in rural areas need to have the same kind of expertise when it comes to taxes, and people who cannot go to their taxpayer or who don't have access to internet, or I don't know, like stuff happens and you as a tax practitioner, you need to go there. Having a tool such as Crosslink Online is kind of cool. And we love the fact that Crosslink is taking advantage of their very solid cloud-based systems to offer this product. Okay, and we love the fact that everything happens real time. There's no delay. Think about it. If you were to choose a tool that offers real time versus 24-hour delayed or 48-hour delayed processes, wouldn't you go for the real time? So this is what Crosslink is offering. They're offering real time, state of the art updates. You're able to actually also analyze how your practice is doing in terms of the volume you're processing, either during the tax season or beyond. Okay, I want you to see right now on the screen. Here is a pricing for Crosslink Online. So they have two options, unlimited and PPR. So if you are new and you are not tested yet, and you're kind of like a little scared about the, I would say, success prospects of your practice, then you can just go with the PPR. So you can test the waters and see whatever works, what doesn't work, before you commit to the unlimited version. So our score relative to other Crosslink products, 9 over 10. And who is this for? This is for a single member, oligo member, multi-member, small and mid-sized practices. If you are a large regional, national, or international practice, this definitely is not for you. At least it is for you, but there are better alternatives. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was just helping you choose which Crosslink tax preparer tool is best for your business. And I gave you an overview, considerations, the cost for value. I spoke about Crosslink 1040, Crosslink Business, Crosslink Innovation, and Crosslink Online. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you next time. God bless.